So thank you to everyone who is stopping by. Thank you to all the people who have supported us. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We are so happy to be here. I would like to, well, here, let's just start this way. Hello, everyone. Welcome to yet another episode of the Unbiased Podcast. I am Seth Giamento. Along with me, as always, is the mastermind with 2 zeros or 2 O's, depending on where you find him, Kyle KV Cooper. How you doing today, buddy?
I'm doing great. On point, feeling up to it.
You see, Kyle is now featuring Master Chief in all of his videos with a slight incense to set the mood. Yeah? Yeah, I think so. It would be good. So, hey, what's up? Let's go with Hamilton. Hey, Hamilton, how you doing today? Thanks for stopping in. Hamilton, we are a podcast about games, so please feel free to let us know what you want us to talk about. We're going to hit it off, as always. I do want to actually start with something. What have you been playing this week, Kyle?
Oh, well, see, too bad Nerdy Sean doesn't come around these parts.
Nerdy Sean stopped on my stream to watch me play Rocket League. Yeah.
All right. Well, if he stops by tonight, I can tell him that I will eat my words, because Battlefield Hardline is a blast.
I will tell him next time I see him for sure.
All right.
So you're loving it?
That's pretty much the Battlefield Hardline. Still playing some of the Telltale series, Walking Dead Season 1. I'm on the last episode, so I'm finally going to be able to wrap that up, finish it nice and good.
Good.
And move on, and then I'll finally start live streaming it, and go from there. So I'll do 400 days into Season 2. I know that we're getting closer to having all of the total Telltale series for the Borderlands and for Game of Thrones. So I would be more than happy to play through those as well. Outside of that, Halo, as always. That's like, it's given every week. Me and Trevor slaying the doubles. We won 20 matches in a row. Like, we were undefeated for a night almost, and then we both got too tired, and we even said to each other, like, we shouldn't play another one, and we did, and then we lost, and it was just, we knew better. It's like, can't take LeBron out. It's like, it's getting tired. Take him out. Anyways, what did you play this week?
So, the fun thing is, I haven't really been playing a ton of games.
You're not a real gamer.
But you know what I have been playing? Rocket League. Absolutely love that game, man. Love it. It's a lot of fun. It's really easy to play. I shouldn't know, that's not true. It's easy to play. It is not easy to master. I've been playing a lot with my brother and his friends, and we run 4-on-4 chaos, and it's a lot of fun. I have to, in order to platinum that game, I have to play, I believe, 60 more matches, and I have to drive 490 kilometers.
Wait, you're already about to plat?
Almost about to plat that bad boy.
What?
Yep. To be fair, it's not a hard plat. It's very, me too, Hamilton. I love that freaking game. We have done, I've been really happy with it. I've been really happy with the fact that it was a free game as well. I think that's, I don't know, man. That might be just my favorite game right now. I always hop in and play Grand Theft Auto here and there whenever I can. And but for the most part, Rocket League for me. So
I've seen a lot of good videos on that.
Yeah, and I have to say it's a really fun game. It's a lot of fun to play with while I'm streaming too. So I really have no issue with the game. Servers stunk the first day, but after that, everything was stabilized. I really didn't think that they thought that many people would play it as much as they did. Been playing a little Geometry Wars on my Vita, and hopping into Drive Club every once in a while, which is actually, it's kind of too bad that Drive Club didn't. Kyle.
Sorry.
Kyle. Who else loves it when all you can hear is Kyle pounding on his keyboard?
Okay. See, I have this nice little mute button on my mic, so I'll just utilize that when I need to message people.
No, all I'm saying is that if you guys have watched the show since the beginning, you know that Kyle is a loud typer. He's a, what do I say? You are a
even on the Mac keyboard.
The little low profile keyboard.
It's the worst because I was like, I need more tactile feedback.
That's true. You're using the Anansi now, right?
Yeah.
Oh, so that's louder anyway.
I'm not really about it, but just wait, because I might do the stream a favor and get the Black Widow Chroma silenced.
Oh, the stealth.
The stealth, yeah, but you know,
gee, you really want to spend $180 for that?
I don't have to spend $180 for that.
I know what you're gonna get it through, but you're still gonna have to pay $100, aren't you?
No.
Hook a brother up.
You can talk to him on Facebook yourself. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay. Anyway, so that's what we've been playing. We always try to hop in. We always get sidetracked. We always start talking more and more about the quick hits. But let's cover the quick hits. Let's do it. All right?
Quick hits. The quick hits.
First things first, let's talk Xbox stuff. Let's start with that. I'm going out of order from what I sent you, by the way. Going out of order. So,
chaos.
First things first. Xbox One streaming to the PC, as long as you have the beta of Windows 10, is now out of beta for that, if that makes any sense. So if you have the Windows 10 beta, which is almost a full build of Windows 10 at this point, Xbox streaming to PC is no longer in beta. So try it out. Please let us know how it is, because I'm going to try it on my PC, but I don't know if my PC can even handle incoming internet connections because of how old it is. But anyway.
I'm going to try it on my Mac, see how that goes.
Oh, Kyle. Oh, can't do it on your Mac.
What? No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, this laptop that I use for stream, it's got like an i7 in it. Maybe I
actually think you could pull it off. That's what I was going to ask you, if you could do it with your Asus, and let me know.
Because part of me wants to just plug an HDMI cable into that and then plug it into a TV and put it somewhere else in the house.
That's what I'm thinking. Because now most PCs come with an HDMI out. How weird would that be?
Yeah.
Right?
That's kind of what I'm thinking. Or maybe not this computer, though. This is kind of what who is your friend? Jordan. Yeah, we talked about this with Jordan way back when I was still in Tecumseh, that I would consider getting a Surface Pro or Surface 3 or whatever to be my dedicated Xbox One streaming machine. Mm-hmm. In the instance of my living situation right now, I don't think I'd really benefit from that feature, but for you, I think you would benefit a lot from being able to stream, because time after time you're telling me, do I have to move my Xbox? Do I have to do this? And I get some of it's audio too. You're I don't want to move the audio stuff, but still, if I could just be pull out, get your Surface out, just Skype me on your Surface, and then stream the game. That's a doable thing, yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I almost pulled the trigger on a PC. I'm building a PC. I'm about $200 short of really want to be at. And I'm keeping in mind the fact that I want a PC. But then I'm like, what if I just saved a little bit more money and got a Surface? You know what I mean? Because mic, plug it a USB, and then I would just connect my webcam and put it on top of my monitor. It would sit next to anywhere I put that. Plus, how easy is it, as you and I both know, to just screen capture your entire screen in OBS and throw your face on there? Do you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. That's the dream. But then I'm like, okay, but I can't game on a Surface, really. Do you know what I mean? I really can't. So we'll see.
But you can, though, because Trevor's Surface, it doesn't run the newest and greatest games at full, but I put Diablo 3 on his, and I could run it full spec and have a blast.
You're right. He has a Pro. What about Batman? Well, let's not talk about Batman.
That's a horrible example in regards to PC gaming. It's it's the game that made PC gaming look stupid.
What are all the memes out there oh, Master Race, huh? Master.
Right.
I think it's a game changer, right? Because PlayStation has been saying, "Oh yeah, you got to buy our Sony TV. You got to buy our Sony PlayStation TV," which still sucks. And then you're going into all this other stuff, right? Like why Sony. And this is, I've said it on this podcast. Mike and Jordan has said it. I believe you've agreed with me that this will be it. Like, give PlayStation 2 more years in front, Xbox will lap it because of what Phil Spencer and his team are doing. I mean, lapping's the wrong word, but it will be the predominant console.
I don't even know necessarily if it's going to catch up, to be honest, because the gap is so huge right now. And I think I think by the time, like, 8 years is a long time for a console generation. And by the time we're getting into the next generation, I think that gap is going to be extended a little bit. So I do believe that we're going to see a closing of that gap, but I don't think Microsoft really, I don't know. I just don't see there being the ability to close that gap. So many people made the jump to PS4. So many people, it's just, I just don't think Microsoft has any guns up their sleeve, or tricks up their sleeve, I should say, that's gonna make a case for such a change. Like, and granted, Sony did it very slowly in the last generation. Like, I didn't think Sony had it in them, so maybe I'm gonna eat my words on it. I just don't see it happening. I think the Xbox is going to perform strong. I think it's going to be successful. It already is successful. Both consoles will do great. I just don't really think the sales currently are going to play out right now.
I just think it's going to become the dominant console. I really believe that. Yeah, but the battery life doesn't really matter if you plug it into the wall. B Roush 2. Our friend Brian is in the chat. What up, Brian? No, battery life doesn't really matter because it's plugged in, right? So no matter what, especially the adapter with those things is so easy to plug in and go around. But you're right. There's no dedicated card, so gaming is not awesome. But it does have the Intel 6400 card on the motherboard, if I'm right, or 54. Basically, it's a brand new 6000. That's what it is. It doesn't have Iris yet, but it's. The point is that, so here's the point. So sorry, podcast listeners, you can't really see what's going on in chat, but what Brian says, what's the point? The point is that I could have a big old PC that if I need to move it around my house, I gotta pick it up, move it, take it to another room, wherever my Xbox is, right? Or if I want to just stream from it, I can just pop it up on this desk, downstairs, everything like that, and just play and stream from it there. It's the fact that I move my Xbox around the house so much. I would love the portability of a Surface. Not to mention, anybody who's used one of those knows those screens are just ridiculously good looking. Like, they are absolutely beautiful. So that's the point that we're looking at, right? The other thing too, anyway, the other thing I was just saying is that I really think that it's going to bridge the gap, right? PC, Xbox people are really just going to start being synonymous. And I think you're going to start seeing the people actually jump, right? You're going to start seeing the people jump from PC, like, oh, maybe I'll buy an Xbox. Even though I have a PC, I'll buy an Xbox One. It's only $300, or it will be. You know what I mean? So that's my thought on it. Oh my gosh. This was supposed to be a quick hit. We're not even through the first quick hit, my friend. So,
all right, we'll try. I'll be quicker on the next.
No, you're all good. This is good stuff to talk about. You won't have much to say about this anyway, except for one little part of it. A new Xbox bundle has been announced. It will feature the 1 terabyte console, the brand new one that they just released, and it will have Madden 16 included, and no reaction from Kyle. But it will have 1 full year of EA access. Wow. How do you feel about that?
I think that's great. I think that's
Genius.
The selling point. I think that's perfect. It's like, hey, Do you want to buy an Xbox One today for $350 and have an entire library of games that you've missed from EA in the past 2 years to play?
Mm-hmm.
Great. Buy this system. Have a bunch of games to play day one. The value is ridiculous. Not to mention, so you've got Dragon Age in there. You've got Titanfall. You've got all the sports titles. You've got Battlefield 4. You're going to get Battlefield Hardline in that next year. You know, they're gonna, like, and you get 10% discounts on all upcoming EA games. Cough, cough, Battlefront. Like,
ooh, can I? Wow, great transition.
Let's transition. You get access to play Battlefront first.
First.
Sony punks who thought they had some step over us at E3 because it was shown on a PS4. Whatever, EA access all day.
This is why we're the Unbiased Podcast, everybody. Yeah. Kyle loves Xbox. I love PS4. There we go. Calling me a punk.
So it's like. So, for those Madden fans, perfect. For those people who don't care about Madden, cool. Still get this bundle. If you don't have an Xbox One, you want an Xbox One, get this bundle. I have EA Access. It's the best choice I've ever made.
Absolutely. I mean,
it's not the best choice I've ever made, but it's one of the smartest console choices I've ever made, especially for an achievement hunter as myself.
Absolutely. In that same vein, just so you guys know, Windows 10 releases next week. You can go ahead and get it set up right now so that your computer will auto-update. But in keeping with the EA EA line, Origin login is being dropped. The name Origin as a login will be dropped. It will be the service will still be called Origin on your PC, but you will log in using your EA account, which will also be your Origin account. This is an effort to unify across all platforms. So, that being said, EA Access, your login that you use there will be the login for Origin, the login that you use for this, that, everything. It'll be the same login across all platforms. No more confusion when you're logging into an EA game and it says, link with your Origin account. You're like, what the f is Origin, right? Now you actually know it's your EA account. Cool? All good stuff.
Which, honestly, I need to... That's just a reminder that I need to clean up my... There's just so many accounts, so many profiles, so many everything. How many email addresses do we have for Project Forge? Like, how many passwords do I have to think about? How many Twitches do I have?
Oh, you're just saying, as the company-wide, how many things we have to remember?
Now they're changing it. I'm going to want to make sure I know my email and password. Like, the only thing that ever keeps me logging in to Origins or to... which Ubisoft Uplay is my gamer tag. It's like the fact that I can auto log in with my gamer tag is a saving grace. Otherwise, I'd lose so much data to their online services. Anyways,
that's how it should be anyway.
Next hot
yes,
topic
keeping in the EA vein, FIFA 16 will have a new cover. It has been announced. It has been released. I might look at this cover for a long period of time. It will now feature Alex Morgan sharing with Lionel Messi. So
you know what though? Female on the cover, and it's just honestly, it's a nod to EA. It's just like, hey, you know what? I'm not gonna sit here and be like, it took you forever. This is ridiculous. Should have been done years ago. I'm just gonna be like, thank you. That's all.
I'm gonna just say thank you. Yeah. And hey, what's up, Dino? Welcome to the chat.
It's just nice to have that fair representation across the board, and it further. I know it's not that big of a deal, but having equal representation of the LGBTQA community, having representation of multiple genders, multiple skin colors, it makes gaming more diversified. It also makes us a more serious medium if we can open the floodgates and have our arms open to all cultures. Movies can do it, books can do it, music can do it. Why can't games do it? It's one of those things. The more we express and elaborate on the people we put on covers and the things that we do, the more diversified the gaming community gets, and the more, in my opinion, the less we're going to get of that negative connotation that we're all a bunch of nerds that sit in our mom's basements calling people faggots. And that's the God honest truth. Like, I like that word? No. Should I have said it? Probably not, because I don't like saying words like that on a podcast, but you get my point.
Ashley popped up in the background like, don't you say those words, Kyle. Don't you say those horrible words?
Oh, yeah?
I just saw her head pop up. Oh, no. So, I completely agree, not to mention the fact that, like, it's going to come a time when, you know, at least soccer, whether you like it or not in the United States, is one of the most popular sports in the world. You know what? Eventually, Messi will be removed. Funny thing about soccer players is there's no expiration date. That's the funny thing about John Terry, who plays defense for Chelsea. God, that man is old, and he is still playing the position, one of the best in the nation. So, I think Messi will be on there until he's done. So, but football. If you were, hang on, soccer. I'm going to say soccer, Dino. Sorry. Soccer is one of the most popular sports in the entire world. It actually is the most popular sport in the world. It grows in popularity. The fact is that by EA doing that, you're just saying, hey, we're EA and we believe that the women's national team did an awesome job. Oh, come on. You know Messi's going to play until he's 40. He's going to be on there for another 6 years at least, you know? But the fact is that it's making a statement about the type of people that EA want to be and where they're moving forward. And you know what? If you didn't celebrate with the women's national team at winning a World Cup, I feel sorry for you. So
right. I was so happy when that happened.
It was so great.
Like, what was it, 30 seconds before the first goal was scored?
Oh, man. Carly Lloyd had a great game. That's all there is to it.
Yeah, it's you know, and honestly, it's so funny because, like, as a kid who played soccer for the majority of my life, it just plain and simple, like, I love soccer, but America is not the place for soccer. So, or it negatively so. It's like, you know, it's football everywhere else, but you call it soccer here, and all these crazy things. So it's nice to see a U.S. team win a World Cup.
Well, we don't know. I still to this day don't understand why American football is called football. There's only one player on the field that uses his foot. So, anyway. Yeah. Soccer players that's the great thing about soccer. You can just play forever. Your skill can kind of wane off and you can still play professionally. It's awesome. So yeah, the last thing, Kyle, and we can talk a little bit longer about this. 343 came out and said that
they've said that.
No, I was talking about your keyboard.
Oh, I thought you wanted me to finish it.
No. Anyway, go ahead.
Give you a summary. I'm handling like a situation where our washer and dryer are departing from the house, and so
I know you're
that
good.
That person was supposed to be here 3 hours ago. Now they're like, I need help carrying it. It's like, well, I'm recording a podcast, so SOL. Anyways,
343 allows
343 allows you to take your digital copy from your collector's edition and trade it in for a physical copy. Now, how many times, and I'm so happy about this, Seth, how many times have I told you that I wanted this exact situation in the first place, where I just wanted to be able to get a collector's edition with my digital copy? So, like, in instances where I bought Destiny twice, I won't have to do that anymore and have a digital on my console forever copy. What they're doing is just so awesome to me, because it's the people who like to have that physical medium, they still have an option, they still have a choice. And what GameStop gets to do is verify that code to make sure it's still legit, and then they just get to resell it. So, or whatever the retailers might be able to do. I don't know that much.
Well, there's no detail yet.
Okay, but I'm assuming that the detail is that there's going to be a system implemented within the retailers where they submit a code, check the code for a verification. Once that verification is sent back, you can then take like a printed receipt or something into GameStop saying that you've forfeited your rights to the code back to Microsoft or back to GameStop or whatever the case may be, and you're now here to redeem your physical copy. No money really lost.
I don't think it'll be that easy, actually. I don't.
Well, but
sadly,
if 343 was smart about it, they would provide a URL, ask you which retailer you want to go to, have you submit the code to the retailer, and then spit a response back to you that you take to the a coupon per se that you take back to the retailer.
You shouldn't drink before you podcast, Kyle.
You know, honestly, I'm sober as a bird, so.
Are all birds sober?
No, but they're all high. I'm just kidding, guys.
I can't give you credit for that. That's terrible. That's absolutely terrible.
It's funny though.
Okay, I laughed, so it's funny. Okay, fine.
No, I'm kidding though. I do not condone the use of drugs, and I did not inhale.
No, but I think you're right. I think it's awesome.
Yeah.
343. We talked about this many, many times. Halo 5 has to be amazing. They can't have any sort of fumbles. They can't have any sort of drops. This has to be it. You know what I mean? It has to be the best. It really does. And so they can't handle any sort of backlash. They can't have any. The game has to run perfectly. The servers have to work perfectly. It has to be the best Halo.